Hello. There we go. Okay, I am back. Ooh, it looks like I rubbed my eyeliner off. Oh my goodness. Yep, it's been one of those days. Wow. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I did. I've just been tired. I've had a very busy weekend. Hmm. Okay. So guess what? I quit one of my jobs to read tarot, somewhat. Um, so I have a full time job, and then I'm also a bookkeeper. Oh, that's going to bother me. I'm also a bookkeeper for one of my. For I have two clients on the side, which I was doing part time bookkeeping for before I had a full time job, and I was trying to keep both of my clients. I'm going to keep one. He's very simple. I just go in and reconcile and just make some entries whenever he needs to. Oh, look, it's Elizabeth. Hey. Hi there. Oh my gosh, I can just say hi instead of putting it in the chat, right? Um, how are you, Elizabeth? I saw that you were live, but I was driving around and I'll have to catch the replay later. But I will definitely put it on and listen. So anyway, I ended up quitting my job for the doctor just because it's like 40 hours a month, and I was finding I was just too tired. I was like coming home after my 8 hours, sitting in traffic, and then coming home at like 6:30, and then having to do more work. And it was just became too much. And so I would love to keep everybody, all of my clients, and keep everything the way that it is. But with my promotion, I just want to put my energy into my full-time job. I just want to put all of my energy into building that department, just creating some structure, controls, and stuff like that. So yes, so within the next month or so, I'll be posting a little bit more regularly, and I wonder if I can bring this down a little more regularly. I know this just doesn't look good. My background doesn't look good either, but I'm going to get on really quick. I'm going to do a quick reading. The moon is going to be full tomorrow. I'm making some moon water. I'm distilling the water right now. I use distilled water, and throw little crystals in there, say my little prayers and stuff, and then I let it sit out in the moon, and I bring it in usually before the sun comes up. So I just got straight moon water. So yes, that's what I'm doing for the moon. We've got a full moon in Gemini. It's supposed to happen in the afternoon tomorrow. So I'm going to do a reading for Gemini, the energy of Gemini, and I'm using the Biota Reverie Tarot. I did a flip through with this, and I put that in the description. It's a really cool tarot deck. I like it a lot. I've done a couple of readings so far. Pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have to make dinner. So I haven't done or turned my cards around here, so I don't have any reversals. My goodness, my eyeliner. Wrong eye. Why does the camera do that? It switches. I think you can switch it back, right? Or switch it the other way. So anyway. All right, let's get this going. So full moon in Gemini, the moon is also going to cross paths with Mars as well. And so the feeling I get about this full moon is that we are going to pick up a little bit of that warrior energy. We're going to pick up some of that action-oriented energy from Mars. And since the moon is going through Gemini, I feel that we are going to be thinking about things, to be running things through our thinking mind, our logical mind. We're going to be looking at our emotions and looking how they're affecting us. And because the moon is going to be so close to Mars, I feel that there is going to be some action generated for that. So we're going to see some things that might need changing. We're going to feel some things that might need changing. And then we're going to, with the energy of Mars, very action oriented, very take charge, masculine energy. We're going to we're going to see things that need changing, and we're going to make the moves to change those things. Okay. All right. It's enough shuffling. So the more intuitive me says, interesting. I'm Aries, Sun, and Moon, and Gemini rising. Oh, that's cool. So I don't know if you know this, Elizabeth, but when I look at the stars, I look at the actual placement of the stars. I know a lot of people use tropical, which is cool, but the moon is actually going to be in the constellation of Gemini, and that's how I read. I read charts like that. I do a little bit of astrological reading as well. Dr. Danny is my teacher. That's kind of on hold at the moment. I've gone through a few of her classes, and she's amazing. She's an amazing woman. She's a doctor. She delivers babies. Awesome, because I love babies. I've got 4 of my own, and she just has a really wonderful spirit. So if you guys want to check her out, let me type that in the chat. What I do with my keyboard. Let's see. So her website is drdanny.com. And also I think it's learn.drdanny. Learn.drdanny.com. Or it just might be learn.drdanny.com. I think it might be that. I'm not quite sure. So she's got a website where you can buy readings from her. I haven't purchased a reading from her yet, but you can buy readings from her. And she also has a website where you can take classes. She has lots of modules, pre-recorded readings, and she's got supplemental materials as well. She's got some free things too. She has pretty much a complete course of free readings. I've got some herbal tea, a little upset stomach. So check her out. She's also on the, is that Real Sky? Yes, Real Sky Astrology. I think that's another word for it. Constellational astrology, Real Sky Astrology. It's a little bit different than Vedic. But it's just basically using the real sky. You look up into the sky, the moon is in the actual constellation of Gemini. The sun is in the actual constellation of, it's right across. I can't even think right now. But yes, and so basically it's not the houses. The houses are still broken up evenly, but the time that the luminary spins in the constellation varies, because for instance, like Virgo is a huge constellation, right? And then we have something like Scorpio, which is really small. And not only that, they use 13 signs. There's a 13th constellation called Ophiuchus, which is near Scorpio. And so there's actually 13 signs, right? So let's see. So I was told by Real Sky I'm Pisces. Yeah, I thought, well, my tropical sun sign is Scorpio. And then my Real Sky sun sign is Virgo. So I've got a moon, I've got a rising in Virgo, a sun in Virgo. I mean, I've got a stellium in Virgo. And then my moon is actually in Libra. So yeah, Elizabeth, check it out. Go to Dr. Danny's website. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can run your own chart there too. You can pull your own chart. And another true constellationist, which I started with, is Athens, at Mastering the Zodiac. That's where I first found out about true sky, a sidereal, I think is what he calls it. And I had no idea that was a thing. I had no idea. And then I came upon it on YouTube one day, and it just like blew my mind. I was like, whoa. And it was just so interesting. And it was really interesting to hear about Ophiuchus as well. So, all right, so let's go ahead and pull these cards because I've got to make dinner. It's already 7. Okay, Biota Reverie. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got the Devil. Okay. And we've got the King of Wands. And we've got the Star. Interesting. So these are some cool looking cards. Let me show you. Let's see. Can y'all see that? Let's turn it towards the light. That's the devil. Pretty cool. The guy who made this, he used AI. I know that's a little controversial right now. And he used it based on the art of Ernst Haeckel, Haekle, and Kel, I think. And if you check out his art, it's just amazing. It's like it reminds me of like Darwinism, and it's just really cool. You'll have to check it out. I don't want to. I was trying to explain it to my son, and I was getting all tongue tied and twisted and trying to explain it because I was so excited. So, but yeah, check out Ernst Haeckel's art. Haeckel. I'm not quite sure how to say it. But anyway, we've got the devil, we've got the king of wands, and we've got the star. So two major arcana. And you know, the devil talks about us coming out of bondage, us realizing that there is something that is not that's kind of holding us. It's got a hold of us. And then we've got the king of wands here. Now this guy is he's very action oriented. I would say he has a lot of Mars energy. And we also have the star as well, which this is a card that I like to say is like our guidepost, right? Some people call it the wish card, but I take a more proactive stance on the star. I feel like this is us putting what we want out there, kind of like a dream board, I guess you could say, us seeing what it is that we want to accomplish. And so with these three cards right now, I feel like we're aware of something that's keeping us held down. And I feel like we are formulating an action plan with the star and the king of wands together. I feel like there is going to be uh some real sitting down and understanding what the plan is going to be and what we're going to do to pull ourselves out of this bondage that this devil is holding us in. So next deck I'm going to use is the Dream Keepers Tarot by Liz Houston. And oh, Liz, this kind of reminds me of that deck that you have. That one that I told you I was interested in. I put it in my Amazon cart and I haven't quite pulled the trigger just yet because I feel like I don't have enough time to really work with that deck at the moment. So, what is the name of that deck? So this deck reminds me of that one. Tarot of Mystical Moments. Yes. And so this deck reminds me of that one. It kind of has that surrealist look and feel. Oh yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. Yeah. And I do like this deck. My daughters bought this as a Christmas gift for me last year, I think. And I get good readings out of this deck. I like it a lot. All right, here we go. So we've got the Seven of Wands. Interesting. I pulled this card earlier from the Biota Reverie deck. Now we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Swords. I pulled this card as well. Five of Pentacles. King of Wands in reverse, right under our star. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I like that. Two of Wands in reverse. Five of Cups. Another five. Interesting. And the Emperor. Wow. I do like that we've got the Emperor down here at the last card. I wish I could I can show you guys. Let me just grab my camera. It's probably going to be upside down. Let's pull it up. No, go that way. Okay. I need a cameraman. So this is the spread, right? This is the top row here. Bottom row is here. King of Wands is down here. And I always put to me, this is like the last card. And I put a lot of emphasis on this card and also the top row. Okay. So this is a 9-card spread. And I don't know how or where I found this, but I think I made this spread up, to be honest with you, because I was doing a lot of 3-card readings. And then somehow I was just like, let me grab another deck. And then I put some cards underneath, and then it sort of morphed into this spread. And so I use the 3 cards on top to sort of set the tone of the reading. And then the 9 cards down at the bottom. Is it 9? Six, yeah, it's nine. Nine cards down at the bottom kind of explain it. So, oh, that's a cute little emoji. I like that. Um, all right. So underneath the devil, we've got the Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands. So lots of fire energy. So what I see here is there's just some defensiveness going on in regards to this bondage that's being that's presenting itself. And Two of Wands in reverse and Queen of Wands in reverse, I feel like there is just a little bit of stalling on our part in really realizing what's going on. So I have with our King of Wands up at the top, I feel like he is going to be guiding us in understanding what it is that we need to do. We do have the Queen of Swords right next to the Queen of Wands in reverse, and with that is the the application of logic that's going to be poured in to us understanding and seeing that we are in bondage and seeing what that is holding us there. Now we do have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, and what I'm getting here is that in order for us to really understand what is going on, there's going to have to be some kind of give. There's going to have to be something that we're going to have to let go of for us to be able to see what the issue is. Something is holding us back that we have some sort of maybe a relationship or some kind of physical situation, maybe a living situation, and that could be what is holding us in bondage. Something like that, some kind of situation, either physical, mental, even both, emotional, even both. But the Queen of Swords is really going to give us the energy to give us a what's that word? And a bird's eye view. I always say that, but a I want us to, what is that? Unbiased. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. We need to use this Queen of Swords energy to give us an unbiased viewpoint of the situations that we are in so that we can see it for what it is instead of being in that bondage situation where we don't really quite understand. We kind of know something's wrong. We don't really want to do anything about it, or we can't, or we think that we can't. So right under the star, we have the King of Wands in reverse, the ten of Pentacles, and the Emperor. And so there's just this stark. We've got the King of Wands upright here, but then we've got the King of Wands in reverse. Um, Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor. I don't know what this King of Wands in reverse is telling me here. The King of Wands is right in reverse, is right next to this Five of Pentacles. And I feel like that might be what it is, that there might be an emotional attachment to a current physical situation, and that might be what it is that's that is holding you back, is because you have an emotional attachment to a physical situation that you're not wanting to let go, a living situation, a job. And I feel that if you can just realize what is going on, you can you'll be able to let that go. If you can maybe look forward into this Ten of Pentacles um situation, like what is your ultimate goal of your physical desires, right? Where do you want to live? In a bigger house, a different part of town? What type of legacy, or what type of, where do you see yourself in the next year or two or even five, right? And start to think about that and formulate the plan. Use the emperor energy to start working with where you see yourself in the future. Okay. And if you, however you see yourself in the future, compare that to what it is that you're doing now and the situation that you are in now, and use the star energy to decide whether or not you really want to be there, right? And if you decide you don't want to be there, what is it that you're going to do to make those changes? Put that on your dream board, right? Put that into the universe. Throw that out there with the moon, and use this king of wands energy to propel yourself to decide what it is that you want to do. The king of wands is very passionate, and he makes a decision and he goes forward with it. He decides what he wants to do. He's decisive, and he's got a laser focus, and you need to take that energy and throw that out there with the star. But first we got to figure it out. First we got to know what it is that's holding us back, right? And decide what that emotional attachment is, because usually when bondage and the devil is involved, there is some kind of emotional attachment that we're not wanting to let go of. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. This is some Gemini energy. So and this is not necessarily a reading for the moon in Gemini. I just chose to read for the energy of Gemini because the moon is going to be full in that constellation. I think it's in the constellation right now. Constellation. All right. Take a look at my flip through of the Biota Reverie. That's a really cool flip through. If you have some time and you're on the internet, check out Ernst Haeckel's artwork. It's pretty cool. And if you're interested in true sky, sidereal, true constellational astrology, check out Dr. Danny. Or if you just want to see where the luminaries were in the actual sky at the time of your birth, check out her free chart. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Very eye opening. So awesome. All right, y'all. We will be seeing. We'll be seeing each other a lot more often in about a month or so. So I should be finished with my doctor's mom, that one client, by the end of the month. Let's see. Good to see you. I'll check out the video. I heard about True Sky from Amethyst Ascension on YouTube. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's kind of eye-opening when you like why why did we move from True Sky? Why did we move from reading where the stars actually were to reading um basically calculations, right? Because in tropical, everything is broken up in equal 30 degrees. And um and I think I heard a theory that it was done that way because when the Catholic Church, dang Catholic Church, they're always messing things up. With the Catholic Church, when they were in power, they just did not want any type of that stuff. They thought it was witchcraft, and so that was a way to hide things, I guess. And that was a theory that I heard. So take it with what you will. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm going to go make some dinner and then I am going to bed because I'm pretty tired. So thank you for hanging out and I'll see you soon. Bye, Elizabeth.